If you've been watching the markets lately, you've probably noticed that the conversation around big tech has shifted. It's no longer just about who has the best chatbot. It's about who has the stamina and the hardware to back it up. We've seen a massive spike in searches for Alphabet earnings and Google stock price over the last few weeks, and for good reason. Alphabet just dropped a report that basically redefines what we expect from the tech sector in 2026. Today, I want to break down why everyone is suddenly obsessed with Google and what's actually happening behind the scenes with Google AI and the hardware giants like Broadcom. Google versus Google. First off, let's address the elephant in the room for anyone looking at their brokerage app. Why are there two tickers? You'll see Google and Google popping up constantly. If you're an investor here in the States, the distinction is mainly about control. Google is Class A. It comes with voting rights. Google is Class C, no voting rights. Usually, they trade almost identically, but during these high volatility Google earnings seasons, you'll see some slight decoupling. Alphabet has been very aggressive with share buybacks recently, which is a huge signal to Wall Street that they believe the company is still undervalued, even as the Alphabet stock price hits new milestones. Broadcom and AI, one of the most interesting trends right now isn't just Google itself, but the companies that power it. You might have seen AVGO or Broadcom stock trending alongside Google. There's a direct link here. Google isn't just buying chips from everyone else. They've been co-developing their own custom AI processors, known as TPUs, with Broadcom. In the latest Google earnings call, it became clear that Alphabet's massive capital expenditure, we're talking billions, is flowing directly into this hardware. This is a strategic move to reduce their dependence on other chip makers and secure their lead in artificial intelligence news. When you see Alphabet stock moving, keep an eye on Broadcom. They are essentially two sides of the same coin in this AI cycle. Is ChatGPT still a threat? Now, let's talk about the elephant in the cloud. For a while, the narrative was that Google was behind in the AI race. But lately, the search trends tell a different story. Every time we see is chat down or chat down trending on social media, it highlights the one thing Google has spent decades perfecting: scale and reliability. While OpenAI has changed the world with its models, Google has the home court advantage with its global infrastructure. Google AI is now so deeply integrated into the workspace and Android ecosystem that for many Americans, it's becoming the path of least resistance. You don't have to go to a separate website. It's just there in your email and your docs. Looking at the Google earning data from this past quarter, the growth in cloud is what really caught people off guard. It's growing at nearly 50%. That tells us that American enterprises aren't just playing with AI, they're building their entire future on Google's platform. And while there's a lot of noise about AI killing search, the GOOGL earnings show that search ads are still incredibly resilient. Google is using AI to make ads more relevant, not less. So, the death of search seems to have been greatly exaggerated. Instead, we're seeing an evolution of how we find information. The bottom line for the US market, so what's the takeaway here? If you're tracking $GOOG or looking for the latest artificial intelligence news, the big picture is about the platformization of AI. Google is no longer just a search engine, it's a utility. Between their partnership with Broadcom for hardware and their massive push into the enterprise via Google Cloud, they are building a moat that is very hard for startups to cross. The US tech market is currently rewarding companies that have both the brain, the AI models, and the body, the data centers and chips. It's a fascinating time to watch these companies evolve. The competition is fierce, and whether you're a developer, an investor, or just someone using these tools every day, the stakes have never been higher. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think Google's infrastructure gives them the ultimate edge, or is the agility of companies like OpenAI still the bigger threat? Let's talk about it in the comments. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, and turn on the notification bell. and I'll catch you in the next one.